Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ro. In today's video, we're actually going to talk about all the mistakes I made as a newbie crafter in the hopes that you don't make them as well. And if you've already made them, well, you can actually say, hey, I'm not the only one. So with that being said, let's get rolling and you can cut. Research, research, research. I am going to stress that a lot during this video because it's one of those things that I had wished somebody would have told me that at the very beginning of my crafting journey. Well, there are two main machines in the crafting world, Cricut and your Cameo machines. When I started out, I automatically went to Cricut, but then I learned that there is another machine, the Cameo. Well, come to find out that when I learned about the Cameo machine, I actually preferred it so much better. Only because that machine, that software was so much easier and a whole lot more just easier to use in general. Hence why I say do your research and find what works better for you as a crafter, as a user, and so on and so forth. So again, like I said, do your research and figure out what works for you in general. Now let's talk about heat presses. Again, research, research, research. Buy the biggest machine that you can afford at the time. I'm telling you this because I've done a lot of mistakes and I've bought tons of machines, not tons, but I actually started off with Cricut's 6x9, and then I went to the 9x9, and then I went to the little baby heat press. So I've tried them all. And then I decided I wanted the bigger heat press, right? So I went on Amazon and I've bought 3 machines, all of which got sent back because they all had issues that I did not like. Again, I say buy the biggest one you can afford, because if you don't need a machine that has an 8x1 or 12x1, whatever it is, because you think you want a mug press and a hat press and a plate press, but you don't really think that you're gonna use it, don't waste your money or the time, and instead save those extra coins and just buy you a heat press from a more reputable place. Is that even a word? Anyway, buy you a heat press from a more valuable place like Swing Press or someplace of that fashion, and that's actually like a 12x15, 9x15. I have a 15x15 that I actually had to wait 2 weeks, put my name on a mailing list, and for every single color that they had, waited for that to come available and then place my order. And that's how I got my current machine. Again, you don't have to go to the specific one that I went to, but Amazon may not be the best location to buy your machine. Now, if you already have done that, I am so happy for you. It just didn't work out for me. Again, like I've said before, and I will keep emphasizing this, do your research, do your research, do your research. If you only have the Cricut's version, keep on using that because that might be what works for you. All right? All right, guys, I love my Cricut products. Well, most of them. But at the beginning, I thought I needed all things Cricut. So what did I do? I bought everything Cricut. We won't name the big box chains that I went to because you already know what they were. So everything was on sale. And because I thought I needed everything Cricut, I went and bought all the vinyl, not realizing that I did not have to stick to Cricut and anything of the sort. And then as I started using them, I realized I didn't even like them. So don't do like me, do your research, shop around for vinyl, i.e. find you a store that specializes in vinyl, and you'll get a better price point for it because you can actually buy it in sheets and bigger rolls. The vinyl will actually be much better to utilize and you'll actually come out much happier. This vinyl, if you guys haven't used it already, can be a little tricky and you might not even like it, or you might be, because everybody has their different preferences. But don't do like I did and just buy all the things, because it does, just because it says Cricut and you have the beautiful machine, you don't have to stick to it. Utilize Amazon, go to your vinyl stores, everything local if you can, and just get wiser and don't do like me. All right, that's the next point. The other thing that I thought that I needed was all the Cricut tools, like the weeding tools, the scissors, everything Cricut. You can go to places like, I call it the 5-quarter store. Everybody else calls it the Dollar Tree. Go to Harbor Freight. Those are all great places as well to buy your weeding tools. Don't stick to just Cricut brands. You can do everywhere you can come up with to buy your tools. And a lot of times there are better tools that you can find at a much better price point. All right, so we'll talk about some other mistakes that I made. Back to the research. There are so many different types of Cricut machines out there. Keep in mind, do your major research and find what machine version works for you and what you can afford at the current time. Please don't go and buy whatever Becky, Susan, and Sarah has, putting you in a bind. If need be, go on Facebook Marketplace, wait for a sale. And guys, I know you're gonna say, Ro, that is practically impossible. We are crafters, right? We don't do wait for a sale. But don't do nothing impulsive, because we all have FSS, full set syndrome. Just hold on, do whatever you need to do, wait for something, and get the machine that you and only you can afford at the moment, okay? You'll get there. Believe me, I didn't first buy my current machine, the Maker 3, right out the box. My very first one was actually an Explorer 2 that my husband gifted to me. And then I think it was maybe about a year later, I got the Cameo. And then I found somebody selling the Maker 3 a year after that. So slowly but surely, you'll get to the machine that you want with just a little bit of patience. All right? Again, do your research and just hold off. All right, guys, here's my final thoughts. Mistakes, we are going to make them. As creators, we are supposed to make mistakes, because that is the only way we learn. Bob Ross said it best. Mistakes are simply happy accidents. I still make mistakes, even now that I've been creating for a few years now, and I just roll with it. I made a huge mistake even the night before this recording. I was working on a sublimation design and I put it on my shirt upside down. And all my daughter told me, Mommy, just remake another one. So just think of each mistake that you make as a learning process. So another thing is, vinyl can be wasted. It is okay. If you don't waste something, you will never learn as a creator. So just take everything with stride. It is going to be okay. And guess what? The world is still going to keep turning as we go. With that being said, thank you again for joining me on this video. Remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.